All right, Dale, so you've been a Redskins fan your entire life. Tell me about the experience of driving around players from your favorite team.
It was a lot of fun, and I hope those guys enjoyed it. Meant a lot to me that they came out here, and I know it's a busy time of the season, it's a busy time of the year for them. So for them to break away from what they're doing and come out here to see us today meant a lot.
Any moments that really stuck out on the track? Anything, maybe Josh Norman, we know how colorful of a character he can be.
Me first, you last.
Anything anybody said that really stood out?
You know, I wasn't too surprised. None of them got scared. They all loved the adrenaline rush. You know, they can sort of relate to that feeling, I guess, from being football players, being on the field and in the middle of a game. And so they kind of understand that, the competition and all that, and it wasn't foreign to them. They were really enjoyed what they saw today.
I think that they recited more Talladega Nights lines than anybody has ever uttered. Did they ever do that in the car as well?
No. We just talked about why we run the line we run. I was trying to explain to them a little bit about, you know, where we're at on the track and why we do what we do, and give them a little bit of understanding, you know, of what this whole thing is and why we're running this lap the way we are. And Josh was really lucky because he got to actually go get in the race car and get a real understanding, a real similar feel to how it is out there on the racetrack in competition.
What is your favorite Redskins memory? You said you've been one your whole life. Maybe it's a game, maybe it's a moment. What is the one Redskins memory that stands out?
You know, I've watched them beat Dallas at home, watched them beat the Giants at home on Monday night. Those two games are pretty cool. But I think the moments that you remember the most are when you were younger and they won the Super Bowl. Any of those years, 82, and any of those seasons when I was in the military school when they beat the Broncos. And I remember watching that game at military school with all these other kids, and you know, military school was pretty strict. We didn't really have a lot of outside influence, and didn't really watch a lot of sports and TV. But I remember being able to watch the Super Bowl, and the fact that the Redskins were in it and they win the game, being such a huge fan, it was a really great experience. Probably the highlight of the year for me, being in military school. But you don't forget where you were when those moments happened and what you were doing, and so those are memories that as a fan you'll always have.
How does your best Redskins memory compare to your best memory on the track?
It's similar, you know, that elation and happiness is similar, and you know, as a fan, I think you feel like you're part of the team. As a fan of the Redskins, you feel like you're part of the team, and definitely when they win, you've went through the whole process of the season, the ups and downs of the year to get there, and you feel like you've grounded out with them. It's the same way when you win a race. It's a team sport. It's not you, it's everybody. Everybody help to get the car competitive, get the car to their track, and get the car through the race. And there's a lot of individuals involved in that process. So there's a similar relation and feeling of family or team that you have when you win a race.
It's been a frustrating go since you announced your retirement, but you've had speed. I mean, you've led laps and you've been up front. What has been the difference in leading laps and then finishing the deal?
We've had a lot of bad and random luck. Different stuff has happened to us, oddball things. And we created some of our own bad luck too. But yeah, it's just been a difficult year trying to get in a groove and find some consistency, and we really haven't felt like ourselves. I mean, you know, as a team, I know we have all the same individuals and we're a really tight-knit group, but for some reason we just kind of haven't felt like our usual selves, and we're kind of always playing defense instead of being on the offense. We're always feeling like we're trying to have to catch up and behind a little bit, and always having to hustle. So things aren't coming very easy for us. That makes it a challenge, and it does affect your confidence in the car and what you can do and what your potential is on the track.
The last thing, you got a couple of races left. You said that once you announced the retirement, there was a sense of looseness, there was a sense of enjoyment that maybe you hadn't felt in a while. Is that still there? And do you still feel confident you can make something happen in these last few races?
I always have confidence we can make something happen. Knowing racing, been around as long as I can, the tide can turn, and you can show up and just be really good. You just don't know why sometimes it happens that way. So I don't anticipate us sort of meandering and struggling through the rest of this year. I feel like that we'll have something happen on the racetrack that we'll be happy about, performance-wise. But it has been enjoyable. It's nice to have a number and a date out there, knowing that that's the end. It does bring some.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's nice to know that this is what's happening. This is the plan. And as these races sort of wind down, it does get a little more personal and a little more emotional. I'm sure that last one will be a real challenge.
Already thinking about it.
Yeah, already.